Lend me your ear. I got something you need to hear. Turn the volume up so it's loud and clear. A podcast where we talk about politics and culture, unscripted, no limits. Like a 504 soldier, we're not pretenders, ain't no agendas. Our only plan is to keep it 100 and do it for the fam. Yeah. What up, what up, what up?
What's going on?
I'm 6 Mil, keeping it trill.
It's your boy KG.
Welcome to episode 25 of For the Fam podcast.
Yes, sir. The Derrick Rose High School number.
Simeon Legends.
Yes, sir.
All the Simeon Legends were 25.
They did, yeah.
It was because old boy who got killed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Benji, yeah.
Benji. Yeah, I couldn't believe I forgot his name that quick.
Yeah. So, what's up, bro? How you been feeling?
Good, man. Trying not to get blown away with all this wind we had yesterday.
Lord have mercy.
That shit was crazy.
It really was, man. As we were talking when you first came in, I felt like the house was going to come apart.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'm just waiting to look up and see the roof is across the street or something, man. It was nuts, bro. Really nuts. But all's well that ends well. So, what you want to get into today?
So today we're gonna get into what we briefly touched on at the beginning of last week's episode. Conspiracy theories. We don't really have a rhyme over, like we found a bunch of crazy ones.
Yeah.
Some known, some not.
Yep.
We're just gonna kind of run through a couple of them and address them.
Yeah. And as KG was just saying, some of these you guys will recognize, but some of these are pretty off the wall, and I have to admit, I'm not even aware. And I try and stay. Well, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I do try and at least
stay on.
Yeah. See
about.
what? Yeah. Just in case, or I'm in the barbershop, I can chime in
Right.
on some of the craziness, All right, bro. So you want to just start running down the list, or?
Yeah, I want to go to one that you mentioned before we started.
Okay.
Bluebeam.
Yeah.
So I'll admit, I've heard the name, didn't know what was going on, and this was from way back in the mid 90s. The claim was that NASA and the UN will use advanced 3D holographic technology to project a fake alien invasion or a second coming in the sky. So basically, Spider-Man Far From Home.
Yes, but also there was the religious aspect of it, which is the second coming part. They were supposed to project a image of Jesus descending.
Well, according to some people that we've seen over the years, they've already seen Jesus in the sky.
Yeah. Well, that one you told me about Michael Jackson moonwalking the other day blew my mind.
With the lightning strike.
Yeah. Yeah, it is interesting because, I mean, we're like, okay, you can project the alien ship or the spaceship, whatever you want to call it, but when it's time to, because you gotta attack, right? So how are you going to fake that part up?
Right. We're just gonna be shooting missiles at holograms.
Right.
The first one just gonna go right through. We're gonna be like, oh,
right. It clearly is a hoax, So yeah, but that one was a pretty popular one. I do remember that. My whole thing is, if you read the Bible, when Jesus comes back, it is not going to be peaceful. So there's not going to be just, oh, I'm here. No, people are going to be getting wrecked. Weeping and gnashing of teeth, as the Bible says. So even that is like, okay, you can project the image all you want to, which if he's white, I'm immediately going, I don't know who that is. I don't.
Y'all going back in the house.
Yeah. I don't recognize that guy, which he probably would be, but and this isn't racist, y'all, but geographically, it's just impossible for Jesus to be a white man. I'm sorry, it is. Get over it. He's not white. Okay. All right, bro.
Rewrite history in your own house.
Yeah, for real though. You want me to pick one next?
Yeah.
Let's talk about this one because I sprung this one on you. Let's talk about the reptilian effect.
Now, I'll admit, I've heard of it,
Mm-hmm.
but it became really, really big when COVID hit.
I think it was even before COVID, though,
bro. I guess for myself.
Mm-hmm.
But then when I started looking up, I was like, oh, shoot, this goes way back. I guess I just never paid attention to it.
Mm-hmm. All right. So for those who are not aware, the reptilian effect, think of the TV series V.
Which was great when we were kids. Used to love it.
Yes.
Used to come on WGN once a year.
Yes. Think about that and recall the lizard people, the reptilian people. Well, there were people who claimed that this was actually not that far-fetched, and your elites, meaning like the world elites, the super filthy rich, the royals in the UK, they were all basically faking as humans. They were actually reptilian people, and they were eating babies and drinking blood and all of that kind of stuff. And look, if this sounds far-fetched, yeah, it is far-fetched, but look it up. This is actually a real conspiracy.
And it was first brought to light by a sports broadcaster, David Icke.
Uh-huh.
And here's my favorite part. They're shape-shifting, and they're shape-shifting reptilian humanoids from the Alpha Draconis star system.
Where's that?
I have no goddamn idea. What?
You just made up a star system? Oh! Hey, what they say, a good conspiracy is something that you can, you can kind of make sense of,
As you've heard me say since we were way younger, the only conspiracy theory, which I'm sure we'll touch on, that I think is remotely interesting is JFK.
That's a good one. No. That's a real good one.
Because it's interesting. You can sit there for days.
You watch that video over and over. We'll get into it.
Yeah,
Save that. You want to go? You want me to pick another one?
I had one, but the one I said that I was gonna bring up. Hold up.
Why you thinking about it?
Go ahead.
Let's touch on MKUltra real quick.
Wow, just popped up on my screen as I was scrolling. Yes.
So if you guys aren't aware, MKUltra is the CIA secret program to develop mind control using like LSD and other drugs on unsuspecting or unknowing subjects.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I didn't start hearing about this until probably 10 years ago. And this is when someone kept saying that Shaq had a glitch during inside the NBA. And they were like, watch this video. I know. Bear with me here. So I don't know if it was Kenny talking or Ernie talking, but all of a sudden Shaq just had this blank stare on his face. And he was just looking straight ahead, wasn't reacting to anything that was being said. And this was about, 10, 15 seconds. And then he like snapped out of it. And they were like, that's that MKUltra. They was like, look, he had a glitch. So basically it's saying like people have handlers, and there are a lot of people out here who, they have these glitches. You see people just zone out. That's them glitching from their MKUltra programming.
Meanwhile, yes, it's considered a conspiracy theory, but in reality, we know it to be more true than a conspiracy.
Well, the LSD mind control things, that's definitely true.
Because Unabomber was a part of that study at Harvard.
Right.
So it's definitely something. But if that's the case for Shaq, remember when Draymond sat there for like 15 to 20 seconds a couple years ago, and people were just like, yo, man, did he just fall asleep with his eyes open?
They would have said that that's MKUltra glitching, though.
MKUltra.
Yeah. But yes, you are right. They were using mind control techniques back in the 70s and LSD.
He was only 15.
The Unabomber?
Because, he went to Harvard at like 15 years old.
That's interesting, bro.
He was just a kid.
Yeah. Messing people up. Yeah, that's crazy. Again, another fun one. If you guys wanna look that one up, check out the MKUltra. Did you find the one you wanted to?
Yeah.
All right, let's get it.
So I've heard the rumors of Australia, Denmark.
Oh man, yeah, lay it on me, bro.
However, this one is it's the Finnish conspiracy. It was from 2015. So the claim is the country of Finland does not exist. It is actually a patch of the Baltic Sea used by Japan and Russia for secret fishing rights. So Japan and Russia got together in 2015. Now Finland been around for forever. In 2015, and created a country recently that's been around forever, so they can secretly fish without rights. That's the claim. So somebody somewhere was sitting in their room and was like, yo, that might be fake.
What?
Here's the evidence. Finland was invented so the two nations could fish without regulation, and the Finnish people are actually just people living in eastern Sweden who don't realize they aren't in a real country.
Okay, few things. First, what's so special about the fish? That's the first thing. Is like, why would you need to create a fake country so you can go fishing?
But they live there.
But yeah,
don't know they're in a fake country. What?
Yeah.
So I'm here, but I'm not?
Yeah, and I mean, couldn't someone make that claim about any destination for the most part?
Yeah, you're not really.
Y'all ain't really Americans, man. That's fake, bro. Yeah. That's a crazy one. That is really, really, yeah. That's off the, that's off the wall. Let's talk about a classic. Let's talk about the flat earth and how it resurfaced, which is wild that it even resurfaced, because I thought we put this to bed centuries ago. But, and I shouldn't even have to explain this, but I'm going to do my best. What would you say, 10 years, 15 years ago? That the flat earth theory
kind of reemerged.
Yeah. And it, I know how it reemerged. It reemerged because people don't understand the Bible. So when you get a lot of people who read one or two passages and they think they understand, and it stems from the firmament, and the passage in the Bible where it talks about the firmaments, the three different firmaments, and the dome theory that's covering the earth, which is why if you see those pictures, sometimes you see a dome over it. That's where it all stems from. So there are people who are going, well, if the Bible said that it's flat, then earth has to be flat. That's where it stems from. Now.
So yes, it does. And I know you don't like doing this, so I'll do it for you again, because I know I did it a couple weeks ago. I think it's just people stupid as hell.
Well,
like there's no way I'm picking up the Bible, seeing that, and immediately saying to myself, oh, the earth is flat.
Mm-hmm.
There's no, I don't get that from that.
Me neither. And I've read the Bible, grew up in church. Never has that been discussed.
And you're telling me that the North Pole is in the middle of everything. Like it's flat and it's just sitting in the middle. So if we travel from where we are, if we travel east, across the Atlantic, we should eventually run into the North Pole.
No, you should eventually just fall off the face of the earth.
No, I'm saying, but if we travel east, we're going to hit the North Pole before we hit Africa or parts of Europe or whatever.
No, I get you. But yeah, no, it's just like, why has no one fallen off the earth if it's flat? There has to be an end. I always tell people this, of course, with me being in the logistics industry for as long as I was, you can sell to China from the West Coast and from the East Coast. It's going to take you a lot longer from the East Coast, but it can be done, which proves that the Earth is not flat. You would only be able to go one way if the Earth was flat.
So there's also more to it, the ice wall theory.
I'm not familiar.
So it says that one of the most popular sub-theories is that the Antarctic Treaty of 61 exists solely to prevent people from sailing to the edge. They believe if you cross the ice wall, you would find more continents, extra resources, or the edge of the world.
Only if you go south.
Yeah.
What about the other 3?
Which again, makes people stupid.
So you'll only fall off the Earth if you travel further enough south.
So, and also in a nutshell, so what people are saying is that the edge of the Earth is just what, an infinity pool?
I guess so.
The water just hits like this big mysterious glass wall and just reverberates back.
Yeah, it makes no sense, bro.
The flat Earth thing, if I'm being honest, in all my 50 years, it might be the dumbest conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Other than one that we should definitely get into next.
Yeah, but I just want to state for the record, I am a Bible believing man. I believe in God 100%. But this flat Earth thing, I can't get down with it. I'm just like, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Yeah. Well, here, we were just talking about the people who go up on the rockets for 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you think one of them would have came back and said, man, the Earth is flat? Just a thought.
Well, give it about 10 years, there'll be a conspiracy theory that when Gayle King and all of them went up, that there was some sort of
agreement.
Somebody up there stopped time where it looked like they were only gone for 10 minutes. They were actually gone for 6 days. Their memories were wiped out.
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever. Go ahead, bro.
5G and COVID-19.
I forgot about 5G completely.
So, as someone who was listed at that time as basically an employee that had to be out.
Mm-hmm. I remember we had a brief conversation about 5G and you were giving me some details about it.
So I dealt with people on a daily basis when I was in the previous industry I was in. And I had to listen to this nonsense every single day. And I thought to myself, so what you're telling me is that radio waves cause viral infections? Is that what you're telling me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I'm not talking to you no more. I might just leave before this transaction is even complete.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not delivering nothing to you. I'm just going to leave. When I get back to the office and they say, hey, what happened at that store? I'm be like, man, fuck that store.
You seriously need to just do some basic biology research and know that a radio wave could not affect your body in that capacity.
Dude, it led to people setting towers on fire all across Europe.
It's wild.
Like, can you imagine getting arrested and you sitting in the room and they ask you why? To stop the spread of COVID? Like, if I would, this is what, remember I told you before I could never be a cop? Because right then, I would beat the hell out of you. Right there in that room. What?
Yeah.
You put your neighbors' lives at risk because you thought burning down a 5G tower would stop the spread of COVID.
My whole thing with COVID, the fact that people were saying that it wasn't real. And it's just like millions of people have died.
They were all hired actors according to what was that dude's name?
I'm just like, what do you mean COVID's not real? It's not, man. I'm like, so you think they just killed 1 million people?
Yeah, they do.
For an agenda?
They do.
An agenda that accomplished what? Just to get us to wear masks for a couple of months? That was their agenda?
And I remember back when it first hit Indiana, when my niece got sick and was in the hospital. I was terrified.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely terrified.
Mm-hmm.
Because, and then I had to go to these different places every day and hear about how it's fake. And I got to remember my niece is in the hospital, and it's taking everything in me not to punch people in the face.
Well, it's an insult to everyone who lost a loved one to COVID. And while we're on that, COVID is giving people humongous balls.
Well, I should be dead by now. You should be dead.
I should be dead. Yeah.
Because what was it they said? Within like 18 months of any vaccinations, everybody was just gonna start dropping dead.
Yeah, cancer and balls swelling up to the size of grapefruits and all of that kind of stuff. Well, the fact that we're here talking confirms that we're not dead.
6 years later.
Yeah, and my balls didn't swell up. I'm just saying. I guess I'm one of the lucky ones because it never happened to me.
Same here.
People. Let's get into JFK, bro.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you have the same conspiracy that I have, but and I refuse to watch the movie. I know you're probably gonna bring it up.
Telling you, man.
I refuse to do it. You know why?
I know.
But the conspiracy that I have is that there were more than just one shooter.
Yeah.
And if you look at the video, it certainly looks like his body moved forward first and then moved backwards, which indicates to me that he was shot from behind first and then shot second time.
Well, we know it was two shooters because Ace Ventura confessed.
So that's the conspiracy with that I'm aware of with JFK. I know there are many others about who actually killed him. Was it the mob? Was it a government inside job? I know there are a lot of conspiracies about that. I think some people even say that Oswald was part of the MKUltra program, and his mission was to kill JFK for lack of a better term. But I'm not promoting that, or like I said, I've heard those, but I kind of like immediately dismiss them. But him being shot twice, that's one that's just like, there's video evidence.
So the one that I'm looking at it's a little known Secret Service agent, George Hickey, in the car behind him accidentally discharged his AR-15.
Oh, really?
That's another one. It was somebody they wrote in a book. It was a book that came out where they said that
which points to him moving forward first.
Yeah. So the name of the book is Mortal Error.
Oh, wow.
And they say that George Hickey's AR-15 discharge, which would give more reason for the government to cover it up.
Yeah, no doubt.
And that was one that I hadn't heard of until recently. I'm like, oh, I ain't know nothing about this one.
Oh, I mean, it definitely falls in line with him being shot from behind first and then being hit from a forward shot. Interesting. That I like that. I might actually do some research into that one. I like that.
Yeah, they wrote a book. Somebody wrote a book about it and was like, yeah, that's what happened, which is why they're trying to cover it up. I'm like, damn, I ain't never heard that one.
Imagine being that guy.
Man. Like, if it's real, can you imagine? But yeah, he would have been dead in a week.
You just killed the president, bro. What the fuck?
And what can you say? My bad?
Right.
Nah, ain't no my bad, brother. As soon as we turn this corner, your ass is arrested.
Oh, what they talking about, them secret jails where nobody ever hear from you again?
Well, sure, you be like in the Marvel movies.
That floating ocean,
prison in
ocean jail.
Your ass ain't going nowhere.
You'll be here till the day you die, fella. Man, is it on me or is it on you?
I think it might be me. I want to talk about my favorite one. Chemtrails.
All right, let's hit it.
Also another stupid theory. I mean, you can ask anybody, 60, 70, 80 years old. They've always been there. So this myth that they just started in the last 25, 30, 40 years is wild. Like, they've been here. It's moisture. Coming off the wings of planes. It's moisture. It's controlling the weather. Okay, I hear you. You look up. on a hot July day, not a cloud in the sky, just chemtrails. What's it doing to the weather?
Was
Is it making it hot?
It also supposed to, there's biochemicals that's falling from the sky and seeping down into us and making us sick.
Yeah.
Also from the chemtrails. So there's also that one out there too, which
it's interesting because I had the sniffles the other day.
Well, so whenever someone says something like that's just very general and blanket, I always have to say, who's the target? If the goal is population control, then okay, but
now that's Bill Gates's arena, population control.
But the world doesn't operate without a population. You know what I'm saying? So if you go, well, it's the limited resources, so they got to do population control. The only reason we have limited resources is because these rich assholes, one, are taking it all, but two, they won't allow resources to be funneled because they're greedy. It's more than enough resources on this earth for everyone to live. I ain't gonna say great, but there should be nothing about food shortages or water shortages or any type of food insecurity. There's more than enough land, more than enough crops, and all of that kind of stuff for us to live comfortably on this earth for a very long time. So just like, who's the target? Just any and everybody? So you think these people don't worry about their family members getting caught up in the fray?
Right, because they're not in some bunker underground. Now,
mama, don't go out today or tomorrow. We gonna put these chemtrails up in the air. I don't want you to get sick.
Now, if we looked up and there were no politicians or any elected officials anywhere to be found, yeah, now it's time to worry.
Yeah.
Then yeah, absolutely. I may think about it, but like, come on.
Yeah. And even with like, this is gonna move into one, but I'm gonna try and speed through it for time purposes. Like they're saying that, AIDS.
Oh yeah.
Was a targeted thing, saying COVID was targeted, and it's just like, but targeted towards who though? You know what I'm saying? And it's just like too many unintended consequences. If that's the truth, that makes them incredibly inept and incredibly inefficient. If that's the goal, if they were targeting the Black community with HIV and AIDS, or targeting the gay community with HIV and AIDS, you sure did a shitty job at it.
If you're trying to wipe out an entire group of
people, you did a terrible job.
You wouldn't have even allowed those medications to come along. Even now, where people with HIV can take them,
correct,
and be non-detectable. Like, take blood tests and be non-detectable.
Correct. Ryan White probably would not be dead if that was the case. I mean, this is a teenage white kid, all-American white kid. I don't think they were trying to kill him.
And his was from a blood transfusion.
From a blood transfusion, correct. Rock Hudson, I mean, he was a beloved actor. Don't think they would have been trying to kill Rock Hudson.
They would have cloned
him. Go into it.
Well, no, I want to do a couple rapid fire.
Okay.
So this is one I'd never heard this. There's rumors that Chuck E. Cheese recycles uneaten pizza slices.
Yuck.
Yeah.
Yuck. Oh my goodness.
And I mean, I guess they grind it back down, put it in the dough. That's a rumor.
Whoo!
Disney's Frozen. The movie was made to basically stifle Google results. So if you type in Disney's Frozen, it no longer pulls up Walt Disney's head being cryogenically frozen. It just shows the movie Frozen. So there's a rumor that Disney chose the name of that movie and created it. So going forward, you can no longer look up Walt Disney cryogenically frozen head.
I've briefly heard about Walt Disney being frozen.
Yeah.
I did not know that there was a connection between the two.
If that's the case, that's smart as hell.
It really is.
Because if you want people to stop asking you dumbass questions,
Yeah.
Put a movie out called Frozen.
Yeah. And I've never seen it, by the way.
Well, I had 2 granddaughters, so
It's a musical, man.
I've seen. Yeah, but nah,
Can't do it, bro.
it's it's a good movie.
Cannot do it, bro.
It's a good movie.
Cannot even animated musicals. I cannot do it. I'll take that back briefly because I did watch Moana with my granddaughter.
Yeah.
And that's also like a musical, but yeah.
Also a good movie.
Yeah, it really is. A couple of rapid fire ones. Area 51 in Roswell, the supposed alien landing and the secret government base down there in New Mexico. We talked about that a few episodes ago when Obama was doing his interview around the Super Bowl and basically said that Roswell and Area 51 don't exist.
I'm gonna add something.
Yeah.
So the rebuttal, people listening to this who are Area 51 fanatics, the rebuttal for you would be, well, why do they keep trying to shoot at us? And here's the reason. It's a military base. You're not allowed to go on any military base without getting shot at.
Well, here's my other rebuttal is UFO. People think UFO
means alien,
and it does not.
You know how many UFOs I see every day?
Unidentified flying object. That's all it means, folks. Does not mean alien. It could be a test plane that they're doing, a prototype. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that it's alien.
I could look out this window
and can't identify the plane flying by.
And I could say, was that a plane? I
or
can't tell
UFO.
If that's a plane.
Yeah.
So that plane immediately to me becomes a UFO.
Right.
Like some little green men work for American Airlines now.
Yeah. Some other quick hitters, 9/11 being an inside job. I don't want to get too much into that. The moon landing being a hoax, that's one that I've always kept near and dear to my heart, but we don't have to go into it.
Or the fact that what I mentioned before we started, the moon being a projection.
A projection, yeah, hologram, yeah, we don't have to go into those. We're speeding through those for time purposes, guys. Trying to think what's one. Paul McCartney being dead, that was one that was interesting that you hit me with the other day. What's one that we actually want to stop and talk about, though? Let's talk about the Tuskegee syphilis study.
So for those who know, especially for us in the Black community that know what this is, I think one of the huge misconceptions is that the government gave these men syphilis.
Correct.
The government did not give these men syphilis.
Correct.
These men came forward who already had syphilis.
Correct.
And instead of treating them, the government gave them placebo,
sugar pills. Correct.
Yesterday.
Correct.
And did not treat them.
They didn't treat them.
See
Correct.
what the body's response was.
Correct.
As they go through it. So
correct.
So no, they did not give these men syphilis. They just didn't treat it.
They didn't treat it. And this is not a conspiracy.
No.
This is a fact. You can research this. You can look this up.
This actually they gave them to.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But there was 100% a syphilis study where they did not treat a group of Black men in Tuskegee. And so I'm saying all of that to say, for the people who go, you can't trust the government. Yes and no. As Black people, as Black men, there are certain things that, of course, we're naturally distrusting about when it comes to the government. And yes, the government does lie about certain things. But like we were just talking about the AIDS being distributed as a weapon, COVID being distributed as a weapon, chemtrails being administered as a weapon. The government would have to be in control of all of that stuff.
Everything.
That basically means that the government is actively trying to kill its citizens. And again, it's okay to have a healthy mistrust.
Absolutely.
But to go that far is bonkers, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got to use discernment. some things you can go, oh yeah, I could totally see that. Other things is just like, absolutely not. Lying about Roswell for all of these years in Area 51, no. Sorry, people.
Now, it's cool for people who, because I mean, if you go to Roswell, I mean, they got the gift shops.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Cool,
You gonna spend a grip.
You know, stuff like that have kind of spawned out of it.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
yeah.
these people that live their lives just beating it upside everybody's head that it's true. It's like, hey man, you need some help.
And then it's like, well, you know, they killed so and so to keep this a secret. Like you were just saying, it's a military base.
That's always my favorite. Like,
probably killed him because he didn't have no damn business being there.
Do not go past this gate. Why don't they want us to go past this gate? Because it's a you can't go on any military base without authorization.
And if you try and strong arm your way, you're probably going to get hurt.
Or shot and killed immediately.
Yeah. Not a conspiracy. It's just them doing their job.
And by the way, the experiment went on for 40 years.
The syphilis?
Yeah. 40,
oh, wow.
40 years. And the only reason it was penicillin, 1940s, that could have treated it, came out in the 1940s. And for another 30 plus years, they were just like, nah. Well, 20 plus years. So most of those people, if not all, could have been treated. A lot of those men died.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of them did die. And again, we know that this is how a lot of cures are actually discovered. Is they get, now whether people are willingly participants or, you know, they're just being duped, it happens. They kind of let diseases fester and then they try and find a cure for them. It happens. Does it suck? Yes, absolutely it sucks. But that's kind of how a lot of discoveries are made in the medical field.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately. Is there a better way of doing it? I don't know. I hope so. But that's kind of just the way it is at this point. I don't know, bro. Any more you want to rapid fire through real quick?
No, I think we're good on I'm good on my end.
Yeah, I am also. All right, y'all. Well, we're gonna leave our conspiracy theories right there, our popular conspiracy theories. But if we missed out on some, or there are some that you want to address, hit us up in the comments and we'll, revisit it in a future show. So yeah, leave us a comment, tell us that we're off base, or tell us, hey, did y'all hear about this conspiracy? And if it's worth it, we might give it a shot on the show. All right. With that, we're gonna move right into our current event. You got a current event you want to talk about, my brother?
I do, but it's gonna be a mixture. It's gonna be a current event and a rant.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you've heard about the teacher that was killed with the senior prank.
No.
So the teacher named Jason Hughes. He and his wife both taught at North Hall High School. I think it's in Georgia. So the story is senior prank gone wrong. Teacher was killed right in front of his own home.
Oh, wow.
By 5 18-year-olds.
Oh, wow. Like they jumped him or?
No. They ran him over.
Oh, wow.
So he came running out of the house to, stop what they were doing.
Yeah.
They were toilet paper.
Yeah.
The front yard, and he tripped and fell while running into the streets. And as they were leaving, one of the cars ran him over.
Gosh.
So it's been kind of making his rounds for the last almost week, with it. And then this morning, I see the headline: charges dropped. So I immediately go, what? So I stopped what I was doing. Like I was doing something.
Yeah.
I stopped and read the article. So apparently he knew that they were going to toilet paper the house. So he was waiting. He just didn't know what time. And he was going to run out, and just try to stop what he was doing. It just, senior prank, funny. The family is behind and 100% supportive of these 5 18-year-olds charges being dropped. And they were dropped. They went to the prosecutor, charges dropped. So this lady lost her husband. I think they had children. So these children have lost their father. That's the current event part. Here's my rant. To Americans. Bro, our school was pretty diverse. Black, white, Hispanic. Can you recall anybody we knew or went to school with that was white, or any of the schools around us talking about TPing somebody's house?
No. I've only ever seen it on television.
And in movies.
Yeah.
It's stupid. It's dumb. And it's going to get, well, unfortunately, it got somebody killed. Bro, do you know what I would do if I came outside and people would TP in my house in my front yard? It'd be a problem. You'd see me on the news.
Why were the charges dropped?
Because they chalked it up as an accident. Because he told his family that he knew that somebody was coming. So he was waiting and he was just going to go out, surprise them, because they didn't know that he knew. But since he tripped on his own and fell, they're considering it an accident. But here's my rebuttal to that. Had he tripped and fell into the street, and y'all wasn't there TP in his house, he'd still be alive. He might have a concussion. Maybe it's, cut himself. But you were there.
You're one of my oldest friends. My brother from another mother. You know I'm a gun owner. If I'm sitting here fiddling around with my gun and bang, it was an accident. That's my boy. I love him. I'm still going to jail.
And if it ain't for a while, if it's not for a long time, it's going to be for a little while until they figure it all out.
Right. I'm going to jail. I don't get it. The accident part.
They say the family went to the prosecutor and was is fully on board with them dropping the charges.
The teenagers and the one guy had the promising football career who was killed. Was it last summer or whenever it was? That kid's in jail right now. Yep. That was his boy. It was an accident.
If a felony is committed in commission of another crime, everyone goes down. And this, although quote unquote harmless, TP in somebody's house is a crime. And a felony occurred in the process of another crime. Yes, they were all arrested. I understand that. But then the charges are dropped at the family's behest. Okay, who runs the prosecutor's office? The family?
Exactly.
Or the prosecutor?
Because the state always has the right to pick up the charges.
Right. We can hear what you're saying. We don't want to ruin these 5 kids' lives. And I would even be inclined to agree with you at that point. Maybe at 18, although you're still young, you're not stupid. You don't go, I don't know, man. Senior prank. We didn't do that shit.
No. But the fact that someone lost their life, like you were just saying,
a husband of,
there has to be consequences for this. Whether the action was unintended or not, there has to be some type of consequence. Someone lost their life.
Now, do I think these 5 kids set out to kill somebody? Absolutely not. They're probably mortified.
Right.
Their parents are mortified.
Right.
I'm sure they're crying somewhere right now because they say he was a beloved teacher and everybody liked him. But at the same token, when you're letting these people off this way, what is that telling them?
Yeah.
Not saying that they're going to go out and do something else stupid. They might go on to live fulfilling lives. But you killed someone.
Well, I'm just sitting here thinking that everyone who's ever been convicted of an involuntary manslaughter charge should immediately file an appeal.
It was an accident.
Especially in that state. Hey, those guys got off. And what's up?
And I had evidence that it was an accident. But you still gave me 15 years.
Right. Right.
No misdemeanor. No criminal mischief.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Were you done with that, bro?
Yep.
I'm gonna stay local with my current event. Just this week, the governor of Indiana partnered with Turning Point USA, which, if you're not familiar, is Charlie Kirk's crackpot organization, partnered with Turning Point USA to have chapters in high schools and colleges across the state of Indiana. What the hell for? I hate how Republicans try and wrap things up in a nice, soft package using Christianity, using words like freedom to promote hate and bigotry. And that's all Turning Point USA is. They teach hate and they teach bigotry. Listen to their mission statement. I'm not making this up. Yes, you have freedom of speech. First of all, you're not being oppressed. No. Show me any white man. I'll show you someone who's never been oppressed, at least in America. You've never been oppressed. You're not currently being oppressed. No one's restricting your rights in any way, shape, or form. But for the governor to support this is a slap in the face. When I can remember just a few years back, all of the outrage, the fake outrage about CRT, which was never taught in public schools, by the way.
Any school.
Yeah. But all of the fake outrage about CRT being taught in schools, critical race theory for those who don't know. But you're sitting here championing, whatever, you're supporting this crap. Knock it off, bro. People of Indiana, we need to vote Mike Braun out. I know I've said that previously. I'm going to continue. This guy is terrible. We need to vote him out. He does nothing for Indiana. Absolutely nothing. He's one of the worst politicians I can think of, and there are some bad ones. This guy is all about profiting for himself and promoting racism. That's all he does, period.
And the fact that his lieutenant governor is who he is.
Another racist idiot.
Tells you what type of politician he is. This is who you picked. This is your guy. And the fact that they, as you mentioned, their mission statement, to identify, educate, train, and organize students to promote the principles of freedom, free market, and limited government. So those last two words, limited government. Aren't you being supported by the United States government?
Correct.
Like they're behind you 100%.
Correct.
I mean, your new overlord is in front of people saying, what does she say? You need to stand up if you're
be a white male man and be a leader, which is redundant to say white male man.
I love how the memes and the videos came out because people were, they took it as she was saying mailman. And man,
when first time I heard it, I was thinking the same thing. I had to hold in my smirk. I'm just like, oh, wow, really? You work for the post office now?
We out here persecuting white mail.
Right.
I was about to say, I got to go talk to my mailman tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, hey, bro, you good?
Yeah. And just the fact that you can say that, though, you let the cat out of the bag, as they say. You gave up the game, as they say. You're about promoting white nationalism. Just call it what it is.
Well, you see that brother that was he was a higher up at one of their chapters, and he resigned when a group chat about neo-Nazi behavior and taking out black people.
Really?
Yeah.
Within Turning Point.
Within Turning Point.
Interesting.
It's a black dude. What was you doing in the first place?
That's what I was about to say, bro. Why are you there to begin with?
Where your parents at?
Anybody?
Ain't nobody told you, hey man, this ain't good for you. This might not put a turning point where we from. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Now we'll see what happens.
Yeah. That's my current event. And my call to action is whenever the election comes around, we have to replace Mike Braun. Send this to him. I don't care. I'm not a fan. We need to replace this clown. With that being said, we're going to move right into our rant about a random topic. You got to work, or did you do it with your? Okay, all right, cool. All right, well, I'm gonna write about something. Our very first episode that we did, and I'm not telling you guys to go listen to it. I actually hate that episode. But our very first episode of this podcast was about independent media. When we did our Burn Hollywood Burn episode, we talked about black representation. in media. We need more Black representation. There are 5 Black-owned media networks. 5. Only 5 Black-owned media networks. And people wonder why our stories can't be told, why our perspective isn't out there. And it's for that very reason. Now, there are 20 other streaming Black-owned networks. So that puts us up to 25.
19
total. 19 what?
streaming.
I'm off one?
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna let you finish.
Okay.
Something that happened recently.
Okay. This had to be like really recently. Okay. But my point is, that's a small sample size for Black media. I know that Magic sold Aspire. I was very disappointed to hear that. Bob Johnson been sold MTV to Viacom, which is basically owned by white people. So even networks that masquerade as being Black owned are not really Black owned, which means that they have programming say so. If they don't like the messages being put out, they can easily just say, we're not talking about that today. And there you go. Your Black programming is done, kaput, over. We need our own Black networks, y'all. All right. I wish I had the money to start one. I'll start one tomorrow. But I'm just saying, we need our own Black networks. We need to support Black media, because this is the only way that a Black message is going to get out there, which is why we do this podcast, to try and give you things from a Black man's perspective. That's my right. Hit me with your stat.
So Paramount bought out Tyler Perry. So he owns 25% of BET Plus.
Okay.
So they bought him out.
Okay.
They're folding BET Plus completely.
Oh, wow.
And they're taking the programming. Now you'll still be able to get it, but it'll just be Paramount Plus.
So, no catering towards Black.
No. So they gave him whatever they gave him. I don't know what the dollar amount was, but bought him out. He owned 25% of BET Plus.
Yeah. It's shocking. And my wife and I were talking about this earlier. I mean, I know OWN is still out there.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like, what are you doing?
Where you at? What's going on?
Yeah. What are you doing?
Like you just said, we know you're there, but I should be talking about you at least 3 to 4 times a week.
Right.
Like, especially for us growing up, BET was a daily thing for us.
Right.
Every day we watched BET.
Right.
And then what did it do? It became a parody of who Black people really are. It became shows where you find the most tomfoolery and
coonery
and nonsense, and dress it up as Black people being independent because they can travel, because they look good, because they dress well.
And yet there's no real hard hitting, consequential programming for Black people. Right. All you see is the foolishness, right? News being told from a Black. When we were young, you had what's the pretty boy Ed?
Ed Gordon. Yeah, absolutely.
That did hard hitting news. Jackie Reed did hard hitting news on BET.
9 o'clock.
You know what I'm saying? We had like the Team Summit stuff where they would talk about hard hitting issues that Black teens were going through.
And we tuned in, like we wanted to see it.
And now we have nothing. Nope. None of that anymore. And I gotta look this up, but we always diss on Tubi because some of the Black movies on Tubi are just terrible.
Just wild.
I heard that it's owned by Fox.
It is. I think it is.
Makes sense now. Makes sense. We'll greenlight all of these dumb, terrible Black movies because this is how we want Black people to view themselves.
So Tubi is owned by Fox. It was acquired in 2020 for $440 million.
Yeah, that's my right, y'all. We need more Black media networks. With that being said, we're going to move right into our 5 on the Black Hand Side movie review. And that movie is Friday. Go ahead, bro.
So Friday, released in 1995, co-written by Ice Cube and DJ Pooh. $3.5 million budget, which I know we talked about yesterday. We weren't sure what it was.
Which I'm shocked it was that high.
Yeah. But in the beginning, I know it was going to be something where they thought they would have to fund it themselves. And Ice Cube was going to look for like other celebrities to invest. But the movie's cast, you got Ice Cube as Craig, Chris Tucker as Smokey, John Witherspoon as Mr. Jones, Willie Jones, Regina King as Dana Jones, Tiny Lister as Debo, Nia Long as Debbie, Bernie Mac as Pastor Cleaver, and Faison Love as Big Worm.
I mean Big Perm.
What's a Big Perm? I mean Big Worm. F. Gary Gray is director. Little known fact, F. Gary Gray grew up on that street.
Did this put him on?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Because he used to do videos.
Right.
The street he grew up on is where the movie was filmed.
Okay.
And that house belonged to a family friend of F. Gary Gray.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yep. Took 20 days to shoot it. Most of Chris Tucker's lines in the movie, improvised.
Oh, wow.
Ad-libbed. The story of Craig getting fired for stealing boxes comes from a story that somebody that Ice Cube knows told him.
Oh, interesting.
That they got fired for stealing boxes.
Interesting.
And of course, we know who he is, but Michael Clark Duncan, this was his on-screen debut.
Yes.
And he was unlisted in the credits.
Well, there's different versions of the movie also, though, right? There's like a director's cut with Megan Good as a little kid talking about Debo.
I forgot about Megan.
And they're like, my daddy kicked his ass or something like that. I hate him. My daddy kicked his ass. So yeah. But so basically this movie is about Craig and Smokey. Like you said, Craig gets fired on his day off
for stealing
boxes. And his dad is on his case about, you'd better find another job or go to school or you're gonna have to get out. And is just a day in the hood and all the silly nonsense that 2 young Black men can get into just because they don't have anything better to do.
Bro, think about us at 16, 17. Think about like some of the crazy. Matter of fact, I know I mention this every once in a while when I think about it. But remember that night, me, you, and somebody else went to that party in Cal City? Don't tell me that wasn't one of the funniest nights. Like everything.
Oh man, my cousin. Being a clown up in there.
Everything weird that could happen in that house.
Happened that night.
The fact that there was a barbecue grill on the sidewalk. With pork chops that look like they've been on there for like 12 and a half hours. And they won't, because I went back the next day. They were still on there.
I believe it.
The next day.
I believe it. That chicken thigh was sitting in that grease. And it's just like, did you even turn the grease on? Like what is this?
Man, that fool laid on that.
Man.
And act like he.
Man. Yeah.
That's why Friday was so relatable.
No, for real.
Because days like that have happened.
Yep. Just out the blue. It's just like, what in the world is happening here? So we were talking about the cultural effect that New Jack City had last week, which it did. I think Friday may have had an even bigger cultural effect, bro.
Well, it was one of the first movies especially coming out the West Coast, that didn't show us violence. And gang. I mean, it showed a little bit, but it was made to be fun.
Right.
It was one of the first movies that didn't give us all that gloom and doom.
Right. And I mean, just gosh, I'm just going to try and like name some of those cultural lines that no matter who you are, if you've seen the movie, you recognize. Y'all don't never got 2 things that match.
Yes.
Ham no burger.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
Everybody
Right.
uses that. You got knocked the fuck out.
Right. Just Debo, period, is a legendary character. Everyone knows who Debo is now.
Yep.
For all the roles that Tommy Tiny Lister played, Debo is probably his most recognizable role.
Yep. Before that, it was Zeus.
It was Zeus, correct.
Back in the 90s.
Correct.
No, that was 80s.
80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He fought Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania.
Yeah. You got the legendary John Witherspoon. Rest in peace.
That bathroom lecture.
Oh yeah. Somebody open the window.
When they say you ain't got no job, you ain't got to worry about catching a dog. You got
I
to worry about a dog catching your ass.
Oh man, yeah. Just the whole Stanley part of it and stay off my grass. You know, we grew up with people like that in our neighborhood that were
on the
adamant about being don't walk on my grass.
Corner of Tapper and Lions.
For sure. Cut
across that man's grass.
Don't. And Mr. Cecil was coming out there.
Oh, yeah.
All the time he coming out. Hey. Walk on the sidewalk, young fella.
And you wouldn't dare
say nothing to him. No, sir. Mr. Cecil was in great shape.
Sorry about that.
Yep. Mr. Cecil was probably 70 years old. He run around the park 10 times. And not even break a sweat. Mr. Cecil was in great shape.
Come out there, body slam your ass.
Hey, for real though. But you know what I also like about Friday is how serious it got at the end.
Mm-hmm.
When he did finally fight Debo. And the whole don't shoot him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Fight with your hands. Don't shoot him. I was like, okay, this guy real serious now. Like, oh wow.
It addressed domestic violence.
Yeah.
And standing up to it.
And standing up to it and standing up to the neighborhood bully. And the fact that you don't have to solve everything with a gun.
Right.
You know, he told him, hey, we fought. And if you lose, you live to fight another day. That's real.
Say, I'm a man without it.
Yeah.
Say, you think you're a man with that gun.
Yeah.
I'm a man without it.
Yeah, prove it then. Prove it. Yeah. Friday is a classic, y'all. I know we've been giving it away like the last few movies that we've done, but that's because they've been classics.
Mm-hmm.
New Jack City is a classic. Friday is a classic.
Something else about the Felicia character. They didn't want to give her the position because apparently she came to the read looking like a supermodel.
I was about to say she was probably too pretty.
And that's why they gave her men's clothes.
And that makes sense.
Yeah. So they said, well, how can we make her not look so pretty?
Yeah.
So they put her in oversized men's clothes and of course her hair.
Yeah.
You know, which is wild.
Yeah. Don't you ever come over here again.
That fool, she said, I need to borrow your microwave real quick.
Here's something that a lot of people miss, bro. We didn't even mention Paula, bro. How do we not mention Paula? Paula J. Parker. She was Craig's girlfriend. How do we not mention her? But yeah, when she calls Craig.
Yeah.
Who you was at the movie with? It's a dude laying next to her in the bed.
In the bed, yeah.
That's wild. She yelling at him about messing around, and she got a dude laying in the bed with her. That is crazy, bro.
Yeah, her character was wild.
Yeah.
And of course, Miss Parker.
Yeah. Dog, you know, Bernie Mac is passed.
Mm-hmm.
John Witherspoon is passed.
Mm-hmm.
Tommy Tiny Lister is passed. But Nicole, is it Nicole Parker? The one he called Freddie Jackson? She passed also.
Yeah, I remember when she passed.
Yeah, she passed also. And it's just like, wow, man.
So, a conspiracy kind of go along with the episode. I saw a video where somebody said Bernie Mac showed up to cheat with Miss Jones.
And they just threw him in the movie.
No. Think about it. Craig's supposed to be at work. Mr. Jones.
Oh, he was about to be with her. Oh, I got you.
Cable man coming.
I got you.
Somebody got to be home.
I got you.
Because if Craig wasn't going to be there, she would have had to come home. Mr. Jones, he dog catcher. You don't know where he's going to be. So Bernie Mac didn't just happen upon the street. He pulled right up in front of the Joneses.
Yeah, yeah.
It was only when he saw Miss Parker, he was like, you know what? Let me go get some praise and worship to Miss Parker.
Oh, wow. I never thought about that, bro. That's interesting. You know, we didn't talk about Ezell. He also passed.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about Ezell, also a legendary character, Anthony Johnson.
Forgot about a lot of characters.
Yeah.
F. Gary Gray with making his
acting
appearance in the store.
Yeah.
Megan Good.
Yeah. DJ Pooh getting knocked out.
Dub C.
Dub
jumping
C,
out the van
yeah.
with that Uzi.
Ronaldo Ray. You want some, old man? No.
Well, I don't know why you come down here messing with these people.
Oh man, yeah, bro. Just a classic of a movie, man. It really is. Mr. Parker is passed. Ronnie Cox,
Yes.
the small person.
What's the what was old boy name? That Smokey was smoking the weed with, and they put angel dust in it. What was old boy name?
Hector.
Hector, the Mexican dude.
Yeah, Hector.
That might be his dialogue and the reenactment of what happened. Might be one of the funniest things in any movie ever. Because when that fool said, I woke up the next day in Debo's chicken coop.
Right.
I was so high, my mama had to come get me.
Right.
What?
Right.
Why does Debo have a chicken coop?
Right.
Debo got a chicken coop.
Right. Right. In the middle of the hood. Yeah.
Well, out west, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, you're right.
So, something I usually do in the beginning, but I missed out on it. Domestic, U.S. and Canada, it made $27.5 million. Worldwide, it only made 28.2. So overseas, it only made less than $1 million everywhere else in the world, outside of the U.S. and Canada, which is wild.
I wonder though if that's due to marketing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? You know, because they are. That's one of the reasons, to get off topic, but that's one of the reasons why there was some nervousness about the success of Black Panther, because they didn't know how it would track with overseas markets. So yeah, it's that trope that Black movies don't do well overseas, et cetera, and so they don't promote them. And Black Panther was the one that kind of came and like knocked that off the map. So now they have no reason to not promote Black movies anymore.
Well, think about Star Wars with
Finn, how they were Finn. Taking him off the promotional.
In China, he was basically non-existent.
Yeah. They moved him from all of the promotional materials and stuff.
China's been known to do that.
Yeah. So like we said, y'all, this is a classic. We don't need to even go into the 5, 3, 2. There is no rating. Friday is a classic, all-time classic, all-time great.
And all 3 of them are great.
I heard that they're trying to do another. I don't know how.
It's been great.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't want to see it.
Well, here's why I don't want to see it. Because it's going to be shot in a different format. It's not going to be. It's going to look like Coming to America looked. Because to me, every movie now looks like a made-for-TV movie, or it looks like it's made for streaming. It doesn't. I think you know what I mean. It's just like the way it's filmed. It's just different now, and I don't like it.
So Smokey and Day Day is going to be in this one, though, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm good. I mean, I'll probably watch it when it comes on cable or something like that, but I'm not spending any money to go see it. I'm good on it. I imagine the jokes probably just won't track anymore. I don't know what type of I don't know what type of drama 3 50-year-old men can get into at that point. It's just like
they would have to make it similar to their adults now. They have children.
Sort of like Barbershop 3, when it was more about the kids getting into trouble than because it's just, I mean, don't get me wrong, there are still some guys our age that are immature, But
we could probably name about 10 of them.
yeah. But at the same time, at some point, it's just like most people aren't behaving in that manner. Once you get to a certain age, the silliness kind of just stops.
Somebody got time for that.
Yeah. So anyway, Friday is a classic. I think you agree.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So that's our 5 on the black hand side movie review. Friday is in our classic status, just like New Jack City. And with that, we're going to move into our closing monologue. My brother, take it away.
Appreciate it. So we hear the word Semitic constantly in the news today, usually as a political label. But if we're being honest, we've let that word become a lot smaller than it actually is. If you want to know who the true Semitic people are, you have to look past the sound bites. It all started 5,000 years ago, the Levant and the Arabian Peninsula, in the Levant and the Arabian Peninsula. These were the Proto-Semites. They branched out and built the world. We're talking about the Akkadians, the Venetians, who gave us our alphabet, the Hebrews, the Arabs, and the often forgot about Ethiopians.
For sure.
Now, here's where it gets interesting. Today, we use the term anti-Semite almost exclusively to describe hatred towards Jewish people. And that is a real and vital issue. If you look at the history, it's a bit of a linguistic trap. Think about the rhetoric we've heard from the president over the years, the comments about Ethiopia, or the broad strokes used against people in the Middle East. If those people are, by definition, Semitic, doesn't that make him anti-Semitic? In the political world, the answer is usually no. But in the world of history and DNA, the answer is absolutely. So my point is this. When we use these words as weapons, we're ignoring 5,000 years of shared ancestry. We're talking about a cultural thread that ties the Middle East and Africa together in a way that modern politics just can't handle. Maybe if we understood that the word Semitic is a big, ancient tent that includes all of these people, we'd stop letting politicians use it to keep us divided.
Boom. All right, y'all. That concludes this episode of For the Fam podcast, episode 25. Like we always say, give us a like, give us a share, drop a comment, all the things y'all already know how to do. You can find us on any major streaming platform, and you can also find us on YouTube, audio only. With that, I'm going to say thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate it, and we'll holler at you next time. Peace.